Hi everyone, my name is Mary. This is Quinn Ink and welcome to Holiday Sock Part 4. Hopefully you like my little drawing that I made. Okay, so in the thumbnail you saw that we had the 4 teal squares finished. Excuse me. So this time what we're actually going to do is I'm going to fasten off this white yarn, and we are actually going to start on the back of the holiday sock. And what I mean by on the back is I'm going to flip it over, and we are now actually going to start back here instead of doing the 4 squares that I was thinking about doing. So we're actually going to single crochet the 2 red squares right here so we can start sewing them onto the foot. Okay, so let's grab our hooks and let's grab our white yarn, and the hook that you're going to be using is an H8 5mm hook like we've been using this whole time. We are going to single crochet these 2 red squares together, so we're just going to join right here in one of the corners of the granny squares, and I'm just going to tie it on like so, just like this, and then I'm just going to start single crocheting. So I'm going to pull up a loop, and I'm going to chain 1 and single crochet back into that spacing, and I'm going to single crochet across the row just like this. Okay, so I just have one more single crochet to do into that large spacing right there, and those are the 2 red single crochets that are going to go right on the top right here. Actually, I am so very sorry, but actually when we go to single crochet around the sock, we're actually going to come up and around here to single crochet these 2 red granny squares together. Now that we have single crocheted those 2, we're now going to grab our 2 teal squares right here, and just like we've been doing before, we're going to connect them to the red squares like this and start single crocheting. So I'm just going to connect it right into that spacing, not going into any of the stitches, and I'm going to do it twice, and then I'm going to pull my stitches back so I can get into this stitch right here and into that back one. And then I'm just going to single crochet across to the end, just like this. Okay, so I made it to the end, and I have one more single crochet. And that is how you will connect your 2 red granny squares to the green one. And on this one, we are actually going to fasten off. Because we are actually going to take the other green one and attach it to this red one, as you can see. So they'll go right on top just like this, as you can see. So now we're going to attach this one, this teal, to this red. And I'm just going to go right into the spacing. I'm not going to go into any of the stitches. And I'm going to attach my white yarn. Okay, so I pulled out more yarn, so we're going to grab our hooks, pull up a loop, and chain 1 and single crochet back into that spacing.
One more single crochet,
and then we're just going to single crochet
across the top of the double
and then
crochet
I need to look at my single crochets right here, and I'm going to take this stitch and this stitch and put my hook through both of them like this, and then I'm going to grab the teal right here, pull it back, fold it, and then put my hook through that spacing, pull up a loop. Now when you get to this part, it looks like you have 3 loops. You actually don't. This is the loop that you pulled up, this is the loop, the stitches that you put your hook through, and this is the original loop. So you're going to pull this loop through these 2 right here, and then you're going to grab your working yarn and pull through 2 loops in order to make a single crochet. Then you're going to make another single crochet back into that spacing, and then we're just going to single crochet across to the very end. When I get to the end, I will show you what it looks like. Okay, and as you can see, I single crocheted across, and I have 1 more stitch at the very end, and I'm just going to single crochet just like this. And we finally finished the 2 red granny squares, the 2 teal granny squares. Now don't worry about this section right here. This is where you joined it, and that's okay if it looks like that. It's supposed to. If it's really bothersome, you can actually take some yarn and push the 2 together like this, and then just sew in your strings if you so feel, if you don't like it. But this is the back portion of our holiday sock. So we just did those 4 granny squares. Now, one more thing to let you know. This is the granny square on the side here that you will fold, and this is where you will join to the 2 teal granny squares like so. Okay, so this is the one that you will fold. So if you need to put a stitch marker on it to let you know, do not crochet this one until the very end when we're putting the whole sock together. So I'm going to do 1 more granny square with you, and that is going to be this last teal granny square. But this time I'm going to turn this part towards me so I can crochet it this way. I'm going to grab my hook, and I'm going to single crochet into the spacing, and I'm going to do it twice. I don't know why, I like to do it twice. I feel like it's more sturdy. So this will be the last granny square that I will crochet for you for part number 4 of the holiday sock. And don't forget to give this video a like if you really liked this video and you enjoyed it. Also, please leave me a comment of other suggestions and things that you would like me to crochet or show you how to crochet. Also, if you really like these tutorials, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And again, my name is Mary, and this is Quinn Ink. And that is the very last stitch. That is how you crochet all 5 of those granny squares. So now that we have the back finished, I'm not sure if I'm gonna fasten off just yet. So there we are. So we have both the back section and the front section of the granny squares done of the holiday sock. So again, this is the holiday sock part 4. I will see you in part number 5. Bye bye.